That night, Imran was sleeping. It was midnight. Suddenly, he was feeling suffocation. He could hear that someone was recalling him. He woke up and looked at the door. It was locked. Then he thought that he was dreaming. So he turned back to the window and saw something just flew away. He got shocked. He was rubbing his eyes and then looked again. He saw nothing. Then he thought that it could be hallucination. He didn't see anything. Maybe he just woke up from sleep. That's why his eyes misunderstood something. The next day, same thing happened. He felt the same suffocation exactly the same time, around 1 o'clock. He woke up then. That day he directly looked at the window and he saw something very weird, something interesting. He saw that someone was holding the grill of the window, standing outside, staring at him within a blink, without a single blink. You could see his eyes was lighting like a cat. He was shocked. He got scared. He thought that it could be a thief, but it's weird that someone is holding his window grill and doing nothing. He was standing still. So Imran went cold. He just looked at that thing. What he wanted to do. Did he move or did he tell something? He didn't utter a single word. It was there, exactly that place. He didn't move a single inch. Imran didn't utter a single word. He didn't mean to scream. He didn't mean to move from that place because he thought that he should first realize that what was that. That day he did nothing. After a few minutes, it flew away. You could see that it flew away like lightning. It was so fast that it flew away upwards. The next day, he didn't want to share. He didn't bother sharing this with his parents or others because he thought that if he shared anything, they would, take him to the psychiatrists or they would go for his treatment that he was watching. He was having hallucination day by day. It was increasing. So he didn't mean to say because as it was not harming him. So he wanted to know. He was curious that what he wanted from him, why he was standing outside of his window. So he saw it for the next couple of days. It was just standing outside, and he saw it when he felt the same suffocation during the same time, exactly the same time. So 2 days later, that night, he woke up. It became like his habit. He woke up and he knew that's why he woke up during that time. That day, he saw something different. That day, the person, whoever was, had been standing there for a couple of days, for a few days, was not covering himself by blanket that day. And Imran could see that the person was like a human, but was full of hair. His body was covered by hair, long hair. That day, he didn't just stand still. In fact, he entered his hand through the window towards Imran, and slowly it started getting longer. That day, Imran was in real trouble. He could clearly see that his hand was getting longer, getting bigger. It couldn't be a human being, of course. He was shocked and he wanted to scream, but alas, he could realize that his voice was gone. He didn't have any control over his voice. He started to scream a lot but failed every time. Then he wanted to move, he wanted to run away from there to his parents' room, but unfortunately, he was feeling like he was paralyzed. He couldn't even move anything except his eyeballs. And it was so pathetic for him. He was sweating. He could see that his death was coming. If he could catch him, it would just, it would kill him within a moment, because he could see that it was so strong. His arms was so massive, so big. Things were getting more worse, but when he saw that it was a hand which had just 3 fingers. Just 3 fingers, and each fingers had long nail like a beast. The hand got into touch with Imran. It scratched in his shoulder. Imran was getting the real pain. He tried his best to move from that place, to scream. And when it scratched, Imran fainted. Next morning, when he woke up, he could see that the marks of 3 fingers on his shoulder. He told to his parents and to his siblings. That day, his parents shouted on him and told that warned him to stop all this. They were telling that Imran did it in sleep, but the way he was expressing everything, the way he was trailing everything, uh, were scaring his siblings. So he should stop it, otherwise he would get punished. So since that day, Imran, determined to, carry some metals objects with him, so that he could use those as weapon. So he started carrying those objects, and for the few days he didn't feel anything, he didn't see. But one day he started experiencing something else, and you can clearly see that someone is standing outside your window and is looking at you, is staring you, and it slowly enters his hand towards you, as if it wants to touch you. You feel to talk, feel to scream, get scared, but you can realize that your voice is gone. You want to move, but you realize that you have gone paralyzed. So what you gonna do? Slowly, the hand is coming close to you. Suddenly you realize that the hand has 4 fingers, and the hand is full of hair, long black hair.